All right, Mom, you're going to put a stop to this right now. What do you think you're doing, spreading such awful rumors about me? You're lying to the whole neighborhood about your own daughter. I can't even begin to tell you how much you've humiliated me.
Whatever could you be talking about, Melina? I haven't lied about you to anyone. That's an awful accusation to throw at your mother. What lies are you referring to?
You're telling everyone you know that my fiancé is a high school dropout, homeless, and collecting welfare. I just ran into Aunt Shirley downtown, and the first thing she did was ask me if I'm sure I want to marry a man like that. She spent a full 5 minutes trying to convince me to break up with him thanks to you.
Oh, so that's what this is about. What's wrong with telling people the plain and simple truth about your fiancé? After all, the only kind of man dumb enough to marry a high school dropout like you must be equally as stupid as you are.
Excuse me? Did you just call me stupid? And I couldn't help but notice that that was also a cruel dig at my fiancé, too.
Again, was anything I just said wrong? You did drop out of high school, and you know what they say. Like attracts like. It's only natural to assume your fiancé must be equally as uneducated, reckless, and stupid as you are.
What gives you the right to talk about my fiancé like that? You've never even met him. I'll have you know he is a kind, intelligent, hardworking, wonderful man. Not only did he not drop out of high school, he actually went to college, and he got an advanced degree.
Are you serious? Your fiancé went to college?
Why do you think I've been begging you to meet with him and talk to him personally? You don't know anything about him. But whenever I invite you over for dinner, you're always busy with one thing or another. If you're going to talk to people about him, then common courtesy dictates you should at least speak to him first.
I would never even dream of doing such a thing. Why would I go out of my way to meet with your fiancé? I don't feel like associating myself with the dregs of society. Don't forget that I've been against you getting married from the very beginning. Tying the knot before your younger sister, Luna, it's absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous, madness even. So no, I won't be meeting with any fiancé of yours when I don't even consent to the marriage in the first place.
I don't get it, Mom. It doesn't make a bit of sense. Why are you so opposed to me getting married? I mean, the simple fact that I'm several years older than Luna makes it far more likely that I get married first, statistically speaking.
Don't play dumb with me. This has nothing to do with age, and you know it. The problem is that you're a high school dropout. Your sister Luna, however, went to a prestigious university and graduated with honors. You're inferior to her in every way imaginable. How could I ever allow you to get married before her?
I am at a loss for words. I genuinely don't know what to say in response to that.
Ever since she was a small child, I always knew that Luna would grow up to be beautiful and intelligent. I'm so proud to be her mother. You, on the other hand, are an ugly high school dropout. I'm ashamed to even be associated with you. And yet you still felt like you had the right to get married before your sister. You don't deserve happiness, Melina. You don't deserve love. Luna deserves everything.
Are you joking right now? You've got some nerve to say that to me. It's not like I wanted to drop out of high school. I had no choice. And you were the one who left me with no other choice, Mom. After Dad passed away when I was a freshman in high school, we did hit some hard financial times. But then you decided that we could only afford to have one of our family members going to school. You made me drop out of high school so I could work to support the family.
What was I supposed to do? Someone had to support the family. Your father died before his career took off. He left us with absolutely nothing.
If that's really the case, then we should have at least talked everything over as a family before deciding how to move forward. But you wouldn't listen to a word I said. You made the decision completely arbitrarily and without talking to either of us. Do you remember what you said to me then? You said that a college degree would be wasted on an ugly girl like me. So you made me drop out of high school to pay for Luna's college education.
With limited financial resources, I had no choice but to spend efficiently. With beauty and brains, Luna's sure to find a husband with no trouble at all. A man with class, style, talent, and of course, tons and tons of money. Once Luna marries that wealthy man, then he'll be able to support Luna and me. And I won't have any issues with maintaining a decent lifestyle into my elderly years. I had everything planned out intricately, and it all hinged on Luna going to college instead of you.
I see. So you weren't thinking about me or Luna. You were only ever thinking about yourself. You say you're ashamed to be associated with me? Well, that makes two of us. I'm ashamed to call you my mother.
Well, to think I worked so hard to raise you all by myself, only for you to speak in such a disrespectful way to me. I hope you're not planning on receiving any sort of wedding gift from me. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't plan on me coming to your wedding at all.
You can cut the act, Mom. We both know you were never going to give us anything to begin with.
Even if you're telling the truth and really are marrying a college graduate, it still wouldn't be worth my time to attend the wedding. Nothing changes the fact that he decided to marry an ugly high school dropout. He must be hideously ugly. He's probably overweight, too. Oh, and unemployed to boot. That's the only sort of man who would choose you to spend their life with.
Hey, Ken, got a minute? I need to talk to you about the wedding. Long story short, we're not gonna need to prepare a seat for my mom at the venue.
Oh boy. I guess that means she turned you down then?
I'm sorry, I've told you about this before, but my family is, well, kind of dysfunctional. I was planning to ask that she please come when I talked to her yesterday, but we just ended up having another fight. And toward the end, she said in no uncertain terms that she had no intentions of coming to our wedding. To be really honest, though, I don't really want her to come either.
Man, I guess it is what it is. I mean, I definitely would love for her to come to such an important event, but... Well, what can you do? I know you have a messy history with your mom, and if it's just gonna cause problems, then we don't need to invite her. It's our wedding, isn't it? The most important thing is that we can make it a positive environment to celebrate with our near and dear ones.
Thank you for being so understanding, Ken.
Oh, but what about your sister? Is she coming? Your issues are just between you and your mom, right?
Oh yeah, me and my sister get along just fine. We used to hang out together all the time whenever Mom wasn't around. Honestly, it seems like life for her isn't all rainbows and unicorns either. Getting love-bombed by my mom on a daily basis is just as troublesome as getting hate-bombed. I'm pretty concerned for her the way things are. When I announced that you proposed, Mom's face turned pale as a ghost, but Luna lit up with excitement. She was so happy for me.
That's great to hear. So does that mean we can plan on her coming?
Well, I haven't told her any details about the wedding yet, just the fact that we're engaged. I've been meaning to talk to her about that sometime in the near future.
Okay. From what you're telling me, it seems like it might be for the best to wait a bit before telling her, though. The most important thing is that we can make it a positive environment to celebrate with our near and dear ones. That's a really busy time of the year for students at that college.
I guess you're right. We can put it off for a bit longer. Thanks for the advice, Ken. I love you. Talk to you later. Mom, what in the world are you doing? You said you weren't coming. We never even sent you an invitation. But now you just show up out of nowhere and barge your way in? And that's all besides the point. Why are you dressed like that?
I felt responsibility as your mother to ensure that this wedding is a total disaster. What do you think of my outfit, dear? It took me forever to put it all on, not to mention finding somewhere they sell scythes. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get your hands on a real scythe these days?
You have gone completely insane. And you mean to tell me you went out of your way to come to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper just to ruin my wedding? What is wrong with you?
I told you, Melina, there was no way I was ever going to allow this wedding to go forward. You have no business getting married before Luna. At first I thought it would be enough to refuse to come, but the more I thought about it, I realized that simply my opposition wouldn't be enough to get you to cancel this monstrosity of a wedding. I knew that I had to forever bury your hopes and dreams of getting married. That's why I decided to come dressed as the Grim Reaper.
I don't believe this. How could you be so opposed to me getting married, Mom? I'm your daughter. Don't you want to see your daughter find happiness?
I would love nothing more than for my superior daughter to find happiness. You, however, are an inferior product. I could never allow a failure such as yourself to be happy. The thought of such an ugly, uneducated person walking down the aisle in a beautiful white dress, grinning from ear to ear, it just makes me sick. Why should you be so happy when the more deserving people are miserable? Have you no shame?
That's my line. Are you listening to yourself?
You should live a life more fitting of someone of your stature, poor, cold, and alone. And yet you have the gall to throw such an elaborate wedding. Luna should be getting married today, not you. You don't deserve any of this, and as God is my witness, I will do everything in my power to take it all away from you.
I can't do this anymore. You've always preferred Luna over me ever since we were kids. You never cared about me. You never loved me at all. If that's how you feel about me, why can't you just leave me alone? It's no business of yours who I marry, when I marry them, and what kind of wedding I have. Stay out of my life.
It's not that I don't care. If I didn't care, then you wouldn't make me so furious as you do. You're the spitting image of your father, that useless excuse for a man. How could he go and leave me alone like this? He forced me to take on the entire burden of supporting this family by myself. And every time I look at you, I'm reminded of him and what he did to me.
Mom.
That's why it pains me so much to see you happy. That's why I have to stop this wedding. Getting married is the happiest moment in anyone's life. I remember how I felt on my wedding day. Do you see now? Do you understand why I must do what I'm doing now?
So, that's why you're doing this? That's why you've been so awful to me all these years? I always thought you were just playing favorites because Luna's prettier than I am. I'm not deluded about my looks. I'm well aware that most people would say that Luna is the prettier sister. I freely admit that she's prettier than I am. But that wasn't it, was it? It was really all because I looked like Dad. Mom, I understand you've gone through some hard times. But that's no reason for you to use me as some kind of punching bag. I don't exist for you to vent your frustrations out on. I'm a human being. I'm your daughter.
You're right about one thing. You are indeed my daughter. And as my daughter, you are what I say you are. And I say you're my punching bag.
You're the worst, Mom. You treated me like trash to try and make yourself feel better. And today you came to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper with a real scythe and everything just to try and ruin my chance at happiness. You're such a child, Mom. Why did Dad have to be the one to die?
Shut your mouth, little girl. You can't talk to me like that. You're nothing but an ugly high school dropout. You're a disgrace to both me and your sister. Ruining this day for you has been the most filling thing I've done in years.
I hate to interrupt your self-satisfaction, but aren't you forgetting something important?
What?
You never asked me who my fiancé was. I told Luna about him, and she's met him in person before. So I figured she would have said something to you about him. But from the sounds of things, you really don't know anything, huh? Come to think of it, I'll bet she intentionally left you in the dark.
What's going on with you, Melina? You think your husband's identity would mean anything to me? I don't care one bit about who you're marrying. You claim he went to college, but I bet it was just some community college. No man worthy of my attention would ever marry an ugly high school dropout for a wife.
Well, while I did start out taking classes at a community college, my educational path didn't stop there. I went on to receive a master's degree, and I'm currently a tenure-track professor. But those qualifications aren't enough for you, Mother? My goodness, you have high standards.
What? Who is this?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Ken, and today it is my distinguished honor to receive your daughter's hand in holy matrimony. As I just mentioned, I'm currently teaching at a nearby university. I think you may have heard of it, considering it's the university that your other daughter, Luna, is attending.
You're a college professor, and at Luna's school, but that's the most prestigious university in the state.
Well, in all fairness, I was only hired this school year, so I'm new on campus. However, in that short time, I just so happened to have met Luna multiple times. Twice a week, to be precise, she's enrolled in one of my classes. She always sits in the front row and is very attentive. Most of my students are constantly fiddling with their phones during class, but not her.
This can't be happening. You're a college professor and Luna is one of your students? But, if you really have the qualifications that you say you do, then why would you even consider marrying Melina? I shouldn't have to tell you that she's ugly, but are you aware she's a high school dropout? Someone of your caliber shouldn't be wasting your time with an imbecile like her.
Yes, I'm aware of Melina's educational history. I disagree wholeheartedly on your assessment of her appearance and intelligence, however. Frankly, educational attainment is a horrible measure of a person's cognitive capacity. I can't begin to tell you how ungifted some of the people I have to deal with at the university are.
What?
Melina, however, is incredibly gifted, particularly in foreign languages. Did you know she's fluent in Spanish, French, and Mandarin? She makes great use of those skills in her work, too. Honestly, she's one of the most intelligent, hardworking people I've ever known.
But I don't remember her ever studying foreign languages. How could she speak all those languages without even finishing high school?
It seems you're not aware of much of anything at all that Melina has done with her life. She's the international liaison officer for a major trading company. It's her responsibility to translate during international meetings between the company's branches in Los Angeles, Madrid, Paris, and Beijing. Ordinarily, a company would have to hire at least one person per language, but she handles it all by herself.
I had no idea.
It's precisely those language skills that brought us together. You see, there was recently a major development in my field at a university in France. Unfortunately, however, I don't speak French. That's where Melina came in. It wasn't even in a field that she was an expert in, but she translated the entire paper in an afternoon. The way she was so willing and eager to take on a new challenge was completely enrapturing. I fell in love at first sight.
With her?
I invited her out on a date after that. Eventually, we became officially a couple, and just a few months ago, I asked her to be my wife. I've been looking forward to our wedding for so long, and Melina was doubly as excited. And yet, you, Melina's own mother, came out here today on a mission to crush her happiness. Ma'am, I'm not quick to be incensed. I like to think I'm one of the more level-headed people I know, but even I am struggling to rein in my anger right now.
Listen, Professor, I would like to apologize for everything I've said. Oh my goodness, I had no idea a person such as yourself would be interested in someone like Melina. And not only that, you're Luna's professor as well. I'm so ashamed. I'm going to go change into proper attire now. I'll be back in a moment.
Waste your time. We never prepared a place for you today anyway. Leave immediately. You are not welcome here.
What?
Let me make myself crystal clear. If you do not leave the premises within 3 minutes, I will call the police. Also, you should know that our university has a world-class law school. I know many of the world's best lawyers on a first-name basis. I will force you to take responsibility for what you've done here today. That I can promise you.
I'm leaving right now. I'm very sorry for everything. Melina, you owe me an explanation. Why didn't you ever tell me about Ken? I had no idea he was a college professor. I just humiliated myself thanks to you.
Thanks to me? Nah, you did a good enough job of humiliating yourself without any help from me at all. And please, I tried to tell you about Ken so many times. I've been trying to get you to come and meet him for the last several months. But you refused to meet him, and you ignored or denied everything I told you about him.
Hush, you! You could have tried much harder to introduce him to me. Oh, for the love of... I'll have to go and apologize to Ken immediately. I still can't believe he was Luna's professor. Maybe if I butter him up enough, he might give up his silly pursuit of you and marry Luna instead.
I don't believe you. You're still just thinking about using Luna's life as your retirement plan.
Nonsense! I'm doing this for Luna. The fact that I'll benefit is merely a pleasant side effect. A man like him deserves a woman like Luna on his arm. I need to call Luna too, so we can schedule a strategy planning session. She's going to be so happy when she hears I've found a husband for her.
No, I don't think she's going to be so eager to take you up on that. She's already married.
What? Luna is married?
As expected, you are completely oblivious. You've showered her with affection every day of her life, but you never asked her if she had a boyfriend?
Melina, what are you talking about? What do you mean Luna's married? That can't be.
It totally can, actually. She just got married a few weeks ago.
No!
Luna had a big midterm exam a while back, but she was absent that day. Ken was concerned about her since he'd never seen her miss a single class. That made me worried too, so I gave Luna a call and she spilled the beans to me. It turns out that she was pregnant and felt too sick to get out of bed that morning. Furthermore, she was considering dropping out of school completely to get married.
She's pregnant? Oh no.
Yeah, I was surprised at first too. Then I went over to see her, and sure enough, she had grown a bit rounder in her face and waist. At that point, she was about 5 months pregnant.
No, Luna. Oh, my darling, sweet Luna. She was my everything, my hopes and my dreams. And now, oh, my dreams have been crushed to pieces.
She told me that she was sick and tired of everything. All the affection and attention you had heaped on her had become a massive amount of pressure. She did what you asked of her and got into that prestigious university, but she hated every single day of it. It was around that time when she met a nice guy, started dating him, and eventually got pregnant.
This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah, this is precisely the response she was afraid of. She was so afraid of what you'd say if she came out and told you the truth, so she hid her pregnancy from you. I was the first person other than her boyfriend that she had even told about being pregnant.
Where is Luna right now? Tell me. Oh, she can't be pregnant as a college student. I won't allow it. I'll also have to go and examine this boyfriend of hers to see if he's up to snuff. If she met him at her university, then there's a good chance he's exactly the kind of man I'm looking for. If he's gotten my precious Luna pregnant, then he's going to have to take responsibility by paying for my living expenses.
Yep, that's exactly what Luna thought you'd say, and that's exactly why she dropped out of college. She's already moved in with the baby's father.
What? She dropped out?
Looks like Luna finally had enough of you, Mom. She said that she was sick and tired of doing what you say. She'd been pushing herself to limit every single day of her life and couldn't handle it anymore. Now she just wants to enjoy a quiet, peaceful life with her husband and their baby.
No. So you're telling me the truth then? She really dropped out of college? How could she do that without talking to me first?
Do I really need to answer that question? She had enough of your advice, so she came to me for help instead. I told her what you should have told her years ago, that her life is her own and no one else's. For her part, Luna felt awful about going to college while I was forced to drop out of high school. But honestly, dropping out was the best decision I've ever made. It freed me up to learn about what's really important in life rather than what they shoved down your throat in school. When I told her that, it was all the encouragement she needed to walk straight to the administration office and drop out.
This is terrible. So where is she now? Do you know?
Nope, she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. She sent me an envelope with a card congratulating me on my wedding, but there was no return address on it.
She can't do this to me. Oh, my sweet, precious Luna. She had everything. Looks, brains, style. I poured everything I had into her. What am I supposed to do now? I'm all alone.
Yeah, your big retirement plan hinged on Luna marrying a rich guy after all. But since Luna's out of the picture now, you'll just have to figure something out for yourself. And with that, I'm taking my leave from this conversation.
Melina, wait. You weren't my first choice, but with Luna gone, well, beggars can't be choosers. Now you can be my favorite daughter.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry for being so cruel to you up until now. I just had no idea what a bright, intelligent, hard-working woman you were. How about we just forget about all our nasty pain and come together as a family again? I know. How about you and Ken take me out to dinner one of these nights?
Not a chance. You're way, way too late to have this change of heart.
But, I'm sincere about this, Melina. I want to make it up to you. We've got a lot of lost time between us as mother and daughter, dear. It's not too late to repair our relationship.
Yes, it is. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a mother. You're dead to me.
Melina, don't say that, please.
You have only yourself to blame for this. You've been the absolute worst mother in the world to me ever since Dad died. Come to think of it, I don't even remember you being kind to me while Dad was still alive. So no, it is most assuredly too late for you to start trying to be my mom again.
I know things have been difficult between us, but time heals all wounds. Let's give it some time, okay? I'm begging you, Melina. Without you, I have nothing left.
That's your problem, not mine. Maybe you should have thought twice before coming to my wedding dressed like the Grim Reaper.
Oh, that was just a joke. I was trying to be funny.
No one's laughing, Mom. Never contact me again. I won't even come to your funeral when you finally die. My mom tried to contact me a bunch of times after that, but I eventually got sick of it and blocked her number, so that was the end of that. I heard from my relatives and neighbors that she had gone around begging for any information on Luna's whereabouts. But they knew exactly what Mom had been doing to both me and her since our dad died, so none of them were willing to give up any of the little information they had. I don't blame them either. Mom always paraded her around like a new sports car or something. She only ever saw Luna as a designer purse, never as a daughter. Actually, I take that back. She also saw her as a walking, breathing retirement account. While I don't know where she's living, I still keep in touch with my sister. It's so nice to have Mom out of both of our lives now. She used to dominate every conversation, but now she's not even an afterthought. The baby's gonna be born soon, and both she and her husband are more excited than they have ever imagined they would be. I know just what a hardworking, intelligent, and positive girl Luna is, so I know she's gonna be a fantastic mother for that baby. I'm looking forward to having a similar sort of family life here with my husband Ken, too.
Anna, I heard about this from Ryan. Congratulations on becoming pregnant and moving along so well. Thank you very much, Maria. I'm so excited about what's to come from this. I know it's gonna be tough on me knowing that I'm a grandma now, but I'll do my best to not seem too old. By the way, Anna, is that baby going to be a boy, you think? Or a girl, perhaps? Huh? I'm sure you have a feeling what gender the baby is going to be, correct? My son told me that you've been pregnant for a little while now, actually, so you should be able to guess, right? Why are you asking me about that? Who cares what gender my baby is? And the fact that you ask me what gender is in this day and age is just rude. I'm sorry. What happens if they're a girl, but want to become a boy later on in life? That's right. You have to say you're sorry to them, so stop worrying about their gender, whatever that means, and leave me alone. Have you been living under a rock this whole time or something? Rude. I see now. I suppose I was getting a little carried away there. I just wanted to know all about your baby so badly. So this is why everyone in the past always complained about their mother-in-law. All you guys know how to do is think like it's still a century earlier and never get a hint about what's going on in the modern day. And that question you just asked, there was not only rude to me, but to my baby. I'm very sorry, Anna. I never asked that with any ill intentions. I just wanted to get a head start on buying things for them was all. And if I knew what gender they were, it would make buying gifts a whole lot easier for me. Gifts? I'm really happy to finally be getting a grandbaby. That's why I'm wanting to start looking for cute clothes for them, as well as shoes. I guess for the time being, I'll start to look into unisex clothing for them. They'll look cute in no matter who they are. Hold on a second. Would you stop thinking about buying my kids any presents? Would you stop carrying on with the conversation like that? What? Is there something wrong with me wanting to buy a present or two for them? We don't need anything from you, Maria. By the way, I wouldn't even want my child whatever boring clothing you'd get for them. So you need to stop thinking about presents for them right now. I need to stop. I can't believe you're saying something like that right now. I just want to spoil my grandbaby is all. Well, if you have that kind of money to be doing that for them, how about you put that money into your elderly care instead? You just so happen to be a lonely old hag that has nobody she can ask for help in the future at all. So you better start saving that money now, so in the future, you're not going to ask either of us to take care of you. What? I want you to stop thinking about asking your daughter's son for help later in life right now. I would rather you have the money to take care of yourself in the future than waste it on my kid now. Hold on a minute, Anna. Why are we talking about later years right now? And I have no plans on relying on my son when I get to that age. I really do wonder about that, though. You've been without a husband all this time, so there has to be only one reason why you made your son into a doctor, right? You wanted to make him into a man you could use later on, when your body and mind aren't working the way that they should be anymore. Excuse me? All I wanted was for my son to become the man he'd wanted to be. I have never been thinking of ways to make him my caretaker later in life. You liar. And the only reason you're wanting to give my baby any gifts is because you have an alternative motive. I'm sure you just want to spoil our baby now so in the future you can use this as a way to make us come back and care for you. I know everything you're up to, Maria. Well, you're not using my child in order to get us to care for you. Ryan, do you have a moment to talk? I have something I'd like to say about Anna.
What do you have to say about Mother?
I'm just a little worried about her is all. Her being pregnant right now means she's a lot more sustainable to stress and such. I want to make sure that you're stepping in to make sure she's supported in every way possible.
Of course I'm taking good care of her, Mom. I'm her husband, after all. Now, why exactly are you worried about something like that now?
Well, just a bit ago, her and I were talking to one another for the first time in a while. All I was trying to say was how happy I was about her baby and that I wanted to celebrate them. Yet for some reason, Anna started to come off like I was only wanting to celebrate the baby because I have an ulterior motive. And well, that kind of behavior from her got me thinking that she may have been very stressed right now.
Something like that happened? Thank you for becoming worried about her, Mom. But I'm sure she'll be all right. I have been doing everything in my power to make sure that she is not stressed out and won't be. Right now, I've been doing everything around the house for us.
Oh, is that right?
She seems to have some trouble standing up now, so I've been around to take care of all her needs. I make sure to cook, clean, do the laundry, get her new clothes, all of that. And if there's something she really wants to eat, I go all the way to the town over to get it for her. And if she really wants to go out of the house for a bit, I make sure to drive her to where she needs to go. I have been doing everything I can to make sure she's not stressed out.
You've been doing all of that for her? That's a lot more than I imagined.
She is very important to me and is currently carrying our child. But the only thing I'm a bit worried about is the day she's expected to have our baby. I've been told that during that week, I'll have to go out of the state for work and won't be around for her.
So she's going to be all by herself when she has the baby? I feel so bad for her.
That's why I was hoping you could be there for her. I've made sure to ask her mom to help her out as well, of course. I want to make sure that the both of you are there for her when I'm not.
If that's what you want from me, then I'll be there. I would love to do whatever I can to help you guys out. Although, I think that if her mother is there as well, she won't need me around for her. Just let me know what they want. And good luck to you when you have to head on that business trip. I am praying that your guys' baby come out happy and strong. Anna, are you out of the house right now? I came over with some gifts for you, hoping that we could spend some time together. And we made plans for to have me come over around this time, right? Wait, you already came? I was just about to get some sleep when you started to light up my phone. Oh, you were trying to sleep? I'm sure your body is still pretty tired after having the baby. Then you can go ahead and get some sleep, Anna. If you'd like, we can get together another time. No, you don't have to worry about it now. I don't want you to try to make any more plans with me, so I'll meet with you today. Well, is that really okay? That's right. I just want to make sure that you brought everything to celebrate me having the baby. Did you make sure to bring me some money as well? And how much exactly? What? Money? You're wanting to celebrate me giving you a grandchild. So, of course, you brought me some money, right? You didn't just bring over a bunch of lame clothing for my baby, right? I made sure to put some money in an envelope for you to help you and my son with the baby. But this is my first time ever being asked how much money I've brought over, so I'm a bit shocked. I never asked how you felt about this. So how much money did you bring over? You have at least $10,000 with you, right? $10,000? What's that? With a reaction like that, does that mean you don't have that kind of money with you? In that case, then I'm sorry, but you'll have to go. If you're not going to give me $10,000 right now, then you're not seeing your grandbaby.
Wait a second, Anna. I need to bring you $10,000 in order to see your baby? I'm sorry, but I did not bring you $10,000 today.
I'm sure you didn't. You always have been this poor woman who never had any money for herself or her son. So go home right now, please. There's no reason for Ryan and I to be having you meet with our baby.
There's no reason for me to meet with them?
I want to make sure this kid grows up to be stronger than Ryan and I. I want them to learn from their doctor father so that someday they can be intelligent and make lots of money. And in order to make that happen, I will not be letting them meet with people like you. If you were to even meet them for a minute, that would be a minute worth of stupidity they'll be taking on. Are you really suggesting that I'm as stupid as that? Of course I am. I would never lie about anything, would I? I find it very amazing that a single mother like you was able to raise your son into a doctor and all, but that does not change the fact that you're a moneyless single mother still, right? I can't even begin to understand how stupid it is that your husband had to leave you long ago because he knew how dumb and poor you were. But wait, that's not how it happened, right? From what Ryan has told me, you chose to get the divorce. What? Your husband had been a company owner, right? Yet you chose to divorce him, which makes you one of the biggest losers that I know. Did you really listen to everything Ryan told you? I understand that the man I left was a company owner and had lots of money, but the way that man treated Ryan and I was not okay. He was the kind of person who would not dare to put his family before his work. I later chose to divorce him with my son, and I had mine. You should have just accepted the fact that your husband has better things to do than be around you both, so you would have continued to have money. All you need to do is just bear it all, and you'd still be eating good on this day. But now, all you've shown is that you can only think about yourself and no one else. How stupid. Excuse me? Now that you've been told what I think, you will not be meeting my important child, ever. But if you still think you can, then I'll be needing $10,000 from you first. However, since a poor woman like you can't pay that, you need to go home. I see. Then I'm leaving. Goodbye forever. And don't say anything about this to my husband. You would never want to make things awkward between your son and his wife right after they had a baby, right? That's very true. She'll make sure to not tell her son anything about the things you've said today. She happens to be one of the most kind mother-in-laws ever for thinking about you both, your family, before her own emotions. And that is why, as your own mother, I will be telling him what I've seen from you today. What? I would like to tell him about how my daughter went and made such terrible comments about his mother. I'll then apologize for him in your place, since I doubt you ever will. And then after that, I'll tell him now that I support him throwing away my rotten daughter whenever he pleases. I'm going to talk with Ryan about this right now. I'll be right back after this most important phone call. Wait a sec. Are you really what? Is that you, Mom? Hello, Anna. You must have a lot of strength in that dainty body of yours to be talking about your mother-in-law like that right after giving it birth. Wait, what is this? Why are you texting me from Maria's number right now? What the heck is going on here? Actually, I came over to your place with her to see you guys. Both her and I wanted to celebrate your first baby, so we both met up and made our way over to your house together. Maria asked me if I wanted to ride with her in her car, and I totally accepted her offer. But you told me you'd be coming next week, yet you came here without a heads up first? Why would you do that? Because I want to come out and see my cute grandbaby as soon as possible, and having people come over every week would be hard on you and Ryan, right? That's why I thought it would be a lot better for you guys to have the both of us coming over at the same time to say hi. Both Maria and I didn't want to be stressing over us, so we made this choice with you in mind. I'm happy to hear that from you, but I didn't think the both of you would come together. Did you think that by having her come along, you would have been free to say whatever you wanted to her? You wouldn't have to worry about anyone else seeing all these horrible things you just said to her, right? I'm sorry, but it's too late now to hide the way that you treat her from everyone, because I've been standing with Maria from the very beginning, watching every single thing you sent to her. No way. If she wants to meet her grandchild, she'll have to pay $10,000? How terrible of you, Anna. This sort of crap I've never even seen from you before. I think you've been taking far too much advantage of us then, You're wrong, Mom. The only person who has to pay to come to see the baby is Maria, not you. I would never ask someone like you to have to do that before coming inside. Actually, I want you all around us the time, if that's okay with you. Oh, what's that all about? Tell me, why am I allowed to come in for free and see the baby, but Maria has to pay $10,000 to do such a thing? I would like you to explain that to me in a way that I'll immediately be able to understand, Anna. There's no way your reasoning could be just you outright hate her, and that's why you asked for her to pay, right? Right? I don't ever remember raising my daughter in such a way that she'd be acting like a dumbass, asking her mother-in-law for money like that. About that, Mom. You know what else I saw? You calling her poor and stupid, all because she's a single mother. I don't ever remember teaching my daughter to say things like that about anyone. I would have put soap in your mouth for hours had you been saying that while I was still around you. Anyhow, today her and I will be going home. Neither her or myself brought along $10,000 in order to come into your house after all. This really spoils all the things we've been looking forward to today, but Maria and I just don't seem to be good enough for your household. We'll be leaving now. Wait! I'll come open the door for you both right now, so please come inside. Listen, Anna, I'm sure you do not want to see the face I'm making right now. I wouldn't really mind having you see it, but I do not want my grandbaby to see the face I have on that has put people in their places before. So please, let Maria and I go home now. We'll see you again sometime, I'm sure. And when we're back here, make sure you have the reason for why you thought it was okay to behave in such a deplorable way today, please. I would really love to hear it. If you're coming over to my house today with my mom, you should have told me that sooner. Because of you, things have gotten way out of hand. I made sure to message you about that beforehand, but you never went and read any of those messages before I came over with her today. I think it's on you for trying to get sleep like this when you had guests coming over to take care of you and the baby. You are such a jerk. After my dad heard about all of that from my mom, he came and chewed at me out hard. Things shouldn't have turned out the way for me. Now listen, Anna, I understand that you really do not like me and are even more frustrated with me now after what happened today. Everyone has people they like and dislike, right? But the hate that you have for me should have nothing to do with your baby. I will not be able to give you $10,000 or anything, but could you still let me come and see my grandbaby? I'm not letting that happen. Things that I hate with a burning passion, and that means I'll not be letting my baby meet with any of the people I hate like you. Anna... And after all that crap that happened today, I'm left feeling like I've gotten lost or something. I hate being a loser when I should obviously be coming out on the top here. That's why I will never let you meet my baby, even if it's the last thing I do. You can't even come to see it now, even if you were to have that $10,000 I asked for before.
I see. Then this is going to be a divorce. Having a mother like you in the house would only turn my baby into a monster.
What? A divorce?
Anna, I'm extremely disappointed in what you've been doing today. Not only were you trying to extort my mom and get 10 grand from her, but you were treating her like an idiot and saying she's poor. I never thought that you of all people would turn out to be like this.
What? Why are you talking to me right now, Ryan? Ryan, aren't you supposed to be out of state on a business trip?
I had to make a dash back home after I heard you had our baby. I've been wanting to see them this whole time, and I've been worried about you. But I never expected things to turn out for the worse like this. I heard everything about what you said to my mom today, from your mom.
What?
I really respect both my mom and yours. Especially my mom, after she got that divorce for me years ago and was able to finally support the dreams that I had. She was the one that made it possible for me to become the doctor that I am now, Anna. I thought that you had respected her just as much as I do, and that's why I was on board with marrying you and making you part of our family. But that was just a massive misunderstanding on my part. My mom and I don't need a person like you in the family, and that's why I have to divorce you now.
No, wait. You're joking about the whole divorce thing, aren't you?
You have to understand just as much as I do that this is no joke. I had always been thinking like you, that I wanted to make our kid into a special human who is very intelligent and can be super successful. And that's why I've always been wanting to do the same as you and keep people who are not successful away from our baby and only let them around those who build themselves and others up. But now I've learned that you don't build everyone up, considering what you've just said about my mom.
You're lying, right? I just gave birth to this baby and everything, yet you're going to tell me that I'm not a good person or something?
I do appreciate the fact that you went through all that pain carrying my child to term. But you just made a fool of my mom like she's meant nothing to me. My mom went through all the same pain as you giving birth to me and raising me. She may have had financial troubles all of her life, but she made sure to do everything she could to make my dreams of becoming a doctor come true. I don't want you around her or my baby anymore if that's the way you're going to act as a mother.
Ryan, I was...
You don't want our baby being around people that will make them stupid, right? Both you and I feel that way about our baby. That's why you should be able to understand what I'm asking more than anyone.
What? No, I never said anything about wanting a divorce though, so stop mentioning that.
Not only is my mom, but the both of your parents letting me know it's okay to get a divorce from you and take the baby with me. Actually, it was your parents that recommended I leave you before I even thought of it as an option. They told me that they'd do everything they could to make sure that I got the baby and the divorce as well, so that you'd never be around them.
There's no way.
Now, from today, I'll be staying with my mom at her house. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll be coming over there with the divorce papers in hand ready for you to sign them. I want you to get all of your things packed up and ready to leave that house. And you'll not be touching any of the baby's things, as I'll be the one taking full custody.
Please, let me come and see my kid. Please let me come and see Ryan again. You have to talk with my son about all of that, not me. There's nothing I can really do when it comes to those two. Why did something like this have to happen to us? All I wanted to do was make sure that my baby was raised the right way without having to experience any issue. Yet that led me to having to get a divorce and lose the baby I had just given birth to. I'm not even able to get out and see either one of them. Whoa, what are you talking about right now, Anna? You're able to meet with those two anytime you please. All you have to do is pay Ryan that $10,000 in child support to be able to see them. Once you pay that, then you can see them as much as you want. You've already heard about that agreement Ryan has made, right? There's no way I'll be able to just hand over that kind of cash right now, though. The moment Ryan and I got married, I became a housewife and never went back to work. And I never even saved up much before marriage in the first place. Don't worry, things will be fine. You're asking me, a single mother who had always been a housewife before, to pay you that kind of money, right? So, there's no way you wouldn't be able to do the same thing easily, right? If you were just saying that knowing it wouldn't be easy for me to pay, that would make you one toxic bitch. No way, Maria. Now, I would really love to see you meeting with your baby and Ryan again, Anna. But that'll only happen as long as you come with $10,000 in hand, ready to hand over to my son. When my son had gone over that next day to get the divorce, he made sure to bring a lawyer, which made everything easier on him and got her out of this house much quicker than if he had gotten a loan. Then she was forced to sign the paperwork and even stated that she'd let Ryan take full custody as long as she was able to see her baby every so often. That deal was only made through when Ryan said that she'd have to pay him $10,000 first, since she seems to think that that's how much it costs to see the baby, and before she could really think of what she'd done, the papers were handed in. After the divorce, Anna went back to her parents' house to live with them, and has been working her butt off at a grocery store close to their place. Ryan would bring his baby back over to my house to have me care for it for a while, as he focused on now having to figure out what to do with his house. In the end, he went and sold it, and moved back home to me, where the three of us, Ryan, the baby, and myself, could live and work together. He told me that he took all of that money he got from the house and put it into the baby's college fund, so that they too could someday go and have their dreams come true like I'd done for Ryan. As for Anna and her new job, I'm sure she was trying her best to get that $10,000 as soon as she could so that she could come see her baby again, but neither of her parents wanted her back home, calling her an embarrassment to them. That's when both her parents told her that she could only continue to stay with them if she started paying rent, and so every month she was asked to pay up, leaving her with only $600 to save. Both of her parents know about her plans to someday pay Ryan that $10,000, so in order to keep the fact that they have been coming over to my house for a while now, they keep their house while she's at work to come and see their grandbaby. So far, the baby has doing really well here, and we really do hope that one day a new mother can be found, who not only can appreciate her husband, but also his mother as well. We can only hope that Anna never gets the chance to save up that money, because honestly, not one of us want her around them when all we want the baby to grow up happy and without drama.
Kieran, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? We were enjoying a nice conversation and you go and throw your cup of tea all over me? Why did you do that to me? What did I ever do to deserve it? Shut up, you frickin' slut. You should count yourself lucky I didn't bash your face in with that cup. Kieran, I can't believe you'd speak to me in such an awful way. You make me sick. I'll never forgive you for what you said. I consider you every bit my daughter. You're full of it. No one believes you. I will never let an ugly old hag like you marry my dad. I'm not going to sit idly by while you drain him of all his hard-earned money and abandon him once you've sucked him dry. You think I'm only after your father's money? But what have I ever done to make you think that? Are you joking? It's the simple fact that you're preying on my dad in the first place. He's 10 years older than you, and he has a daughter. There's no way this could be anything other than you going after his money. I'll bet you set your sights on him once you found out he was on his company's board of directors, didn't you? Kieran, I wish I knew what made you feel this way about me. We've been so friendly up until now. I don't understand why you would be so firmly against our marriage.
Oh, don't give me that. You're not that oblivious. I've been 100% against your relationship from the very start. I only pretended to get along with you because Dad seemed to like you for whatever reason. You really don't get that? You're not just a slut, you're a dumb slut.
But, Kieran, we just went out together a few weeks ago to celebrate your birthday, all three of us. We had such a lovely time at that restaurant, talking and laughing. At the end of the night, I went home so happy. It really felt like that was the moment that we finally became a family.
I couldn't tell you how I really felt until you gave me my birthday present.
What?
My dad told me you were getting me a really nice present, but wow, this was way more than I expected. These are the best wireless headphones on the market. There's no way I could afford to buy myself these. But since my friends don't know it was a gift, I can still tell them I did anyway.
Your father told me that you had been looking for a sale or a price drop to buy them, so I thought that if I got them for you, you'd be super happy with them. But you were really only pretending to be kind to me in order to get a present from me? How does that make you any different from what you're accusing me of? You claim I'm after your father's money, but you were just after my money.
Yeah, and I'm a kid. Kids always act all cute and polite to get good presents from stupid adults.
That's not true at all.
But when adults do it, it's super gross. Like, seriously, how can you live with yourself marrying a dude who's 10 years older than you for his money? I will never call some gross old woman like you my mom, and I will never allow you to get married to my dad. I'll put a stop to this no matter what.
I see. So that's how you feel? I never knew how opposed you were to me and your father being together, Kieran. But I wish that you would have come to me directly and told me how you felt. Why did you wait until today? Shouldn't you have talked to me about this rather than simply dumped your drink all over me? That was simply uncalled for.
I felt like I had to make my point super clear to you, or else you'd never give up on my dad. This was the only way I could think of to get through to a stupid slut like you.
But you never even tried to talk to me, Kieran. As your father's daughter, I truly do value your feelings greatly. And your father as well. I'm sure he feels even more strongly about you than I do.
Oh, you value my feelings, huh? My feelings are, I don't want my dad to marry a stupid slut. So break up with him, now.
If that's how you really feel, Kieran, then all right. I'll break up with him.
Yes! And don't let the door hit you on the way out, slut.
Colleen, tell me what's going on, please. You want to break up with me? I don't understand. I picked up my phone on my break, saw you left me a voicemail, and now my world is crashing down around me.
I'm sorry to do this to you so suddenly, Jack, but after the conversation I had with Kieran, I knew this was my only choice.
What? What did Kieran say to you?
It seems Kieran is fiercely opposed to us getting married, to say the least. She feels so strongly about it that I don't feel like it would be appropriate for us to get married. So I want to put our engagement on hold for a while. Don't worry, though. I'll do my best to work on building up a relationship with Kieran. Let's just keep on seeing each other like usual for now, okay?
I had no idea Kieran was so opposed. Well, I suppose that settles it. Colleen, I don't want to put our engagement on hold. Let's just break up right now. You can forget you ever met me, and I'll do the same.
What? Jack, what are you saying?
If Kieran is really as opposed as you say she is, then I don't see how our marriage will ever work out. I'm her father, after all, and I have to put my daughter's well-being first.
I understand that, Jack, but that doesn't mean we need to break up. After all we've been through, I'm sure we can work our way through this as long as we stick together.
I'm sorry, Colleen, but I can't afford to waste any time at my age. If you wanted this to work out, you should have tried harder to earn Kieran's trust. It's over between us, Colleen. Let's break up.
Jack.
But with you out of the running for my wife, that makes things difficult for me. My other girls are all way younger than you, but they're all quite beautiful, so I'm sure Kieran will like them. Maybe I'll go with Christy, that cute little thing who recently signed up with the acting agent I play golf with. She hasn't been in any big-time TV shows or movies, but just being an actress alone should be enough to please Kieran.
What the? Hold on a moment, Jack. What do you mean, all your other girls? Are you saying you've been seeing other women besides me?
Yeah, and what of it? I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. It's not like we're married yet.
So you have been seeing other women?
When you're a divorced father like me, it can be pretty hard to find someone willing to date you. Even someone with money and influence like me. So if I want to get married, I have no choice but to go out with anyone who will have me and see who's the best fit.
You have got to be kidding me. You've been cheating on me all this time?
Like I said, I don't consider it cheating. Anyway, it was fun while it lasted. Look, I feel bad about wasting your time too, so how's about I give you a nice parting gift to show my appreciation?
Is that how you break up with all your other girls? By trying to pay them off? I was serious about you, about us. But now I see that you have never felt the same way about me. You can keep your filthy money. I don't want a cent out of you.
Are you sure about that? I mean, if you really don't want anything, that's cool. Just don't come crying to me later when you change your mind. I'd prefer we make this as clean a breakup as we can.
I don't need any money to get over you, Jack, so you can stop patronizing me.
Oh, all right then. Awesome. I was afraid you were going to try and milk this for everything you can. Okay, well, goodbye then, Colleen. It's too bad things didn't work out between us, but I did enjoy our time together.
Hey, Colleen. Thanks for being a good little girl and breaking up with my dad. Thanks to that, I'm getting the best mom I could ask for. Does that mean your dad's getting married? He brought another girl by the house like a day after he broke up with you, and meeting her was like super crazy. She's even younger than you. She's actually only 5 years older than me. Are you kidding me? Jack was dating a woman that young? Good grief. Well, if they're getting married, I suppose this means you gave her your seal of approval, huh? I'm surprised you were okay with the age gap. You don't think she's just after your dad's money like me? No, I think she probably is. But I can make an exception in her case. She's an actress. Isn't that insane? And she's like super pretty. And she's gonna be my mom now. Having a beautiful actress for a mom is gonna be awesome. So, yeah, I can forgive her for being after my dad's money. Is that so? Her name's Christy, and like I said, she's totally great. I mean, with how close we are in age, I think we might even be able to become pretty good friends. Plus, she even offered to introduce me to a few of her friends in the movie industry. Isn't that nuts? I might become a famous movie actress. I had no idea you were even interested in acting, Kieran. Well, I'm a senior in high school now, so I've been thinking that I should probably start thinking about my future. But I hate studying, and I don't want to have to work for a living. So being an actress would be the perfect job for me. I can spend all day around all the hottest people in the world and get paid to do it. Uh-huh. Sounds great. Oh, and I almost forgot. Chelsea got a part on a TV show recently. And she said that she can take me to see the filming. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna be in the same room as some of the most influential people ever. Maybe one of the actors might even ask for my number. I think I would just die of excitement if that happened. So that's what it takes for you to approve of your father's relationships? It's too bad, really. I told your father this too, but I was serious about him. And you too, Kieran. I was fully intending to be the best mother I could be to you. But I guess you prefer the type of mom Christy is to me. Totally. What kind of moron would I have to be to pick you over her? What good would you even be as a mom? Seriously. All you would do is sit in the house all day and spend my dad's money. Do you know any actors, Colleen? Can you introduce me to big shot movie producers? Unfortunately, no. Right. You see what I mean? Starting today, I'm officially the daughter of a famous actress. This is the best day ever. So you can just go ahead and disappear, you stupid slut. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go and see if I can sneak some wine off my dad's table when he's not looking. All right, I hope you enjoy your day with your new famous actress mom today. Because come tomorrow, she won't be any of those things anymore. Huh? All I need to do is make a few phone calls and I'll have her agency contract revoked. So as of the start of business tomorrow morning, your famous actress mom will just be your mom. Don't be too sad though, I can take her acting gigs away, but I can't take away her pretty face. I hope the three of you will be a very happy little family together. Hey, hold on a minute. What are you talking about, Colleen? You're gonna have her agency contract revoked? You mean you're gonna get her fired or something? But you can't do that. Who do you think you are? As a matter of fact, Kieran, I can. You see, I actually work for the acting agency that Christy is currently signed with. More importantly, I'm her manager. You're what? You're her manager? That's... What? You work for her agency? You never told me anything about that. What gives? I suppose I never really got the chance to talk about what I do for a living around you, did I? I might have had the chance to go into more detail about my past if you hadn't been so opposed to our marriage that your father broke up with me. Once you threw your drink all over me and called me a stupid slut, I figured there was nothing more for me to talk to you about. Oh well, what can you do? We're just victims of bad timing. Timing? This isn't about timing. You're working for a major acting agency. That's pretty important information, I'd say. You should have told me sooner. And by the way, can managers just fire people like that? Like, don't contracts lay out the specifics on when you can fire somebody? If you violate her contract, I hope she sues you for everything you've got. Trust me, I'm very familiar with the particulars of her contract. After all, I'm one of the highest-ranking people in the agency. It's a very complicated corporate structure, but suffice to say that I have more than enough authority to fire some random wannabe starlet. Oh, I guess I don't really know much about the business. Like I said, it's complicated, but I've managed to work my way up through the ranks quite swimmingly. You've probably seen a lot of the girls I've signed in TV shows, music videos, and even some movies. It seems like every other month one of my clients hits it big, which is why the company has promoted me as fast as they have. Wow! But man, having so many clients means I have a lot of problems to deal with. Recently, we've had an influx of girls who go and do something stupid, like falling in love and getting married without informing us first. You have no idea how much paperwork I have to do when that happens. Usually I find out about it because they go viral on social media, so it's kind of a new experience to find out like this. Hey, what's wrong with getting married? Like, so what if she's an actress? She's still human. She has every right to marry whoever she wants, whenever she wants. You've got no business trying to butt in between Christy and my dad. In general, our agency has a pretty lax approach to our clients' love lives. However, the nature of our industry necessitates that they give us advance notice of any plans regarding marriage. Depending on the person and their contracts, it might cause problems with sponsors, conflicts of interests, and so on and so forth. Because of that, we have to have a very strict zero-tolerance policy regarding failing to notify us before marriage. And now, Christy is going to be subject to that zero-tolerance policy. So, what are you gonna do to her? Dock her pay or something? The terms of her contract are very clear. The penalty for violating the obligation of giving the agency at least a month's notice before getting married is termination. Christy was aware of this, and yet she moved forward with marrying your dad without giving us any notice at all. And now because of that, she will be fired. Period. No way! You're gonna fire her just for getting married? I totally understand how strongly she feels about wanting to marry the partner of her choice. I felt similarly until recently. But this is a business, Kieran. We have rules. All she had to do was come to my office for 5 minutes or so and everything would have been fine. Christy knows how much work our agency has to do when our clients get married, and the rule exists to save our company and clients time and money. Think about it. If one of our stars goes and marries some weirdo with a sketchy past while working on a kids' show, they might have to cancel the entire show. That wouldn't just cause problems for the star. There are tons of other people whose lives could be ruined. This is a very simple rule meant to prevent big problems like that, and she broke it. Can't you let her off with a warning? This is the big leagues, Kieran. If we start giving people warnings, it's over for us. Her termination will be processed today, and effective tomorrow, we will no longer be representing her. So I hope you enjoy having a mom who's just young and pretty rather than young, pretty, and famous.
You can't do this to me. Now she won't be able to take me to see the TV filming anymore. And what about your agency? Firing her is going to cost you a bunch of money too. Are you really just going to fire one of your up-and-coming stars?
Up-and-coming star? Christy? You can't be serious. She's impossible to work with. I can't find any work for her at all. I don't know what she was talking about when she said she could take you along to a filming. She's not doing any work with us for at least the next few months as of now.
What?
Looks like she was using the fact that she had signed up with us to pretend that she was a way bigger deal than she really is. Don't be too hard on her, though. We get a lot of girls like her coming around.
I don't believe it. Christy wasn't really famous at all. But I already told my friends that my new mom's a big shot actress.
You'll have to figure out what to do about that for yourself. I need to get back to work, so I'll take my leave here. Tell Christy I said hi.
Okay, Colleen, I did a lot of thinking last night, and I've decided that I'll let you be my mom after all. So come by the house today and get married to my dad like you planned, okay?
Wow, this is a rather sudden change of heart. I was under the impression you thought I was some kind of gold digger.
Yeah, but that was before I came to see all the benefits of having you as my mom. I searched for your name on the internet and wow, it turns out you're one of the biggest agents out there. That makes it perfectly clear that you're the best mom I could ask for. With you as my mom, you can be my agent for free. You can get me on all the biggest TV shows, put me in all the blockbuster movies. You'll make me famous.
Uh-huh. Now I see why you changed your mind about me.
What was I thinking, fawning over that loser, Christy? So yeah, hurry up and marry my dad. Isn't that great? This is what you wanted, right? You said you were serious about him.
It's a very generous offer, Kieran, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I have absolutely no interest in becoming your mom. And not to mention there is zero chance I will ever get back together with your dad.
What? But why? If you marry my dad, you'll have the cutest daughter in the whole world, me. And my dad's a big shot at his company, so you'll have tons of money.
I make more than enough to live comfortably by myself, thank you. All the money in the world couldn't make me want to marry that lying, cheating scumbag. Who does he think he is, messing around with women half his age? Leonardo DiCaprio? Please. I am humiliated that I ever took building a future with him seriously.
Hey, you can't talk about my dad like that. He's not like that at all. You're lying.
I wish I could tell you that I was lying, but it's unfortunately the truth. You should know that I wasn't the only woman your dad was seeing while we were dating. According to him, he has about 10 girls that he's messing around with. Some of them are even married.
10 women? That's disgusting. Why is my dad dating so many girls?
And most of them are in their teens, early 20s, too. When I found out, I thought the same thing you just said right now. Disgusting. So I'm afraid that even though you're finally accepting me as your mother, I won't be associating with your father anymore. He'll have to ask one of his 9 other girls to be his wife, preferably one of the ones who isn't married. Goodbye, Kieran. I hope you grow up to be a better person than your father.
Colleen, you've got to help me. I don't know what to do. Kieran won't talk to me anymore. About a week ago, she came into the kitchen after waking up, and I told her good morning, like usual, but she just gave me this weird stare and said, disgusting. And that was it. She hasn't said a word to me since. I think maybe she found out about my girlfriends somehow, and she is not happy about it.
Look at it from her perspective, Jack. She's a teenager in her senior year of high school going through the final stages of puberty. Having a dad who's popular with the ladies is one thing, but I think it's easy to say you've gone over the line. Seeing 10 women at one time, some of whom are married? I don't blame her for wanting nothing to do with you.
She's been like this every day. It's so awkward to be around her that I've been going out to eat by myself lately. I contacted all of my girls to try and get some decent company, but none of them want to see me anymore either. One will say she's busy, another will say she's with her husband, another with her boyfriend. I've been so lonely lately.
Looks like they were just as serious about you as you were about them. Honestly, I don't know why you would be expecting anything else. What kind of woman is attracted to an unfaithful man? An equally unfaithful woman?
I finally realized that out of all my girls, you were the only one who ever took me seriously. Right before she started giving me the silent treatment, even Kieran said that she would be okay with me marrying you. So, what do you say, Colleen? Can we give it one more shot?
Absolutely not. I could never marry a lecherous old man like you.
Hey, come on, don't be that way. You know how much I make in a year, don't you? You can quit your job and become my housewife. I'll take great care of you.
Sorry, but I happen to enjoy what I do for a living quite a lot. I don't want to quit.
But you don't want to work forever, do you? You're a woman. Don't you want a family, kids, that stuff? If you miss this chance, you'll never find a husband by the end of your 30s. And who's gonna marry some 40-year-old office lady, huh? You should be grateful a guy with options like me was even interested in you in the first place.
Oh, please, get over yourself. You're nothing special. Do you have any idea how many men on the sexiest men alive list I see on a daily basis? Compared to them, you're basically no different than any random guy in the homeless shelter.
Hey, that is going way too far!
I hope you can find some way to repair your relationship with Kieran. But as for you and me, we're through. Never contact me again. Sometime later, I got to talking with a mutual friend about how Jack and Kieran were doing. It seems their relationship never got any better. Kieran eventually stopped going to school entirely. Instead, she spends her days with other high school dropouts that hang out behind a strip mall downtown. She also has trouble staying out of trouble, leading to frequent midnight calls and trips to the police station for Jack. Word of her exploits has begun to spread far and wide, reaching even the ears of the other members of his company's board of directors. At their last meeting, they spent some of their time discussing their expectations for the families of the company's executives. They adopted one resolution enabling them to forcibly remove board members whose families could potentially harm the company's image. Only one member voted against the resolution. Can you guess who that was? The resolution was promptly used to kick Jack off the board. Losing his title as an executive has had a disastrous effect on Jack's love life. All the girls who once used to fawn over him have drifted gradually away, leaving him all alone. A sad fate for a man who once prided himself on his ability to juggle so many women. Isn't that ironic? He was telling me that I was the one who would regret turning him down, but the reality was the exact opposite. And it feels kind of good to know that I was the big one that got away.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.